The ambition of Aurelius. In the year 302 AD, the world was a harsh and fragile place. The Roman Empire had begun to tremble beneath its own weight. Christianity, though not yet fully rooted in power, had begun to draw eyes, both hungry and hateful. And in a forgotten province on the edge of the empire, tucked between the thick woods and bitter mountains, a boy named Aurelius was born to a family of blackened hands and calloused dreams. His father, a smith who bent iron but never faked, spoke of glory through duty. "When you are of age, you will serve the army," he would say, as if it were a sacrament. "There is pride in holding a sword for Caesar." But Aurelius, even as a child, was troubled by that pride. The priests at the hidden chapel taught of Christ's peace, of forgiveness, of turning the cheek. But the world beyond the chapel walls taught only conquest, pain, and betrayal. From early on, Aurelius believed that the world was under the sway of a deeper, unseen power. A devil not of horns and flame, but of war, greed, and hatred. Where others saw glory in war, he saw a chain of manipulation. He listened when men bragged of their killings, but he never smiled. He believed the devil ruled not by presence but by suggestion, whispering ambition into ears, blood into hearts. Yet it was ambition that made him. Not ambition of wealth, but of truth. He believed that to see the full truth of Christ's passion, one must understand the deepest depths of human suffering, and survive them. He longed to uncover the mystery of God through the fire of the world, to walk into hell and find heaven hidden beneath the ash. Aurelius judged people not by status or blood, but by desire. He would say, even to his father, "You are not equal to me unless you hunger as I hunger." Many saw this as pride, but to him, it was justice. A man without ambition lived half dead. And if someone wished to know the divine, truly, they had to strive beyond the ordinary. By 15, Aurelius had left home. He joined a militia to learn the taste of war. He wanted to see how the devil ruled men's hearts in the chaos of battle. He fought in skirmishes against barbarian tribes, watched as men turned on their comrades for plunder, and saw generals raise crosses not for prayer but for threats. In one battle, he was struck by an arrow that pierced through his side. As he lay in the mud, bleeding, he prayed not for life, but for vision. He whispered, "Show me the truth in this pain." That night, feverish, he dreamt of a Christ not nailed to a cross, but standing amidst flames, surrounded by devils with crowned heads. Christ's eyes wept for the world, but his hands held no weapon. After recovery, Aurelius changed. He began to practice solitude, learned the hidden teachings of desert monks, studied forbidden scrolls that spoke of the spiritual war behind the political one. He began to believe that Christ's passion was not a singular moment in time but an eternal act, playing out through history, through him. In time, Aurelius gained power. Not in politics, but in myth. Stories of him spread from village to village, a soldier monk who sought the devil through battle, who demanded ambition as a price for brotherhood, who would enter cursed lands in search of relics, who once raised a fallen boy with a prayer of fire. He was feared and revered. Some believed he used magic. Others said he had glimpsed God and returned blind. But Aurelius still walked, still searched. His goal never changed, to see the truth of Christ with unclouded eyes. He believed the kingdom of heaven could be glimpsed even in the heart of war, but only by those mad enough to dive into its depths without losing their soul. One day, they say, he vanished. No body was found, only his writings, left in a monastery near the edge of the empire. The devil rules through passivity. Christ bleeds in silence while we roar in conquest. The only way to find him is to seek him where he would never be expected, in the bloodied soil, in the broken oath, in the war we did not ask for but must endure. After vanishing from the world of war, Aurelius lived in seclusion within the walls of a distant monastery. There, among silent halls and flickering candlelight, he devoted his years to studying the deeper truths of life, of love, of loss. He learned not only the scriptures but the mystical art spoken of in forgotten tongues, divine magic shaped not for power, but for understanding. He believed magic, like ambition, was a path, dangerous when abused, but sacred when sanctified. He saw it as the breath between heaven and earth, a means to transfigure the soul. In the monastery's library, Aurelius wrote his final works, texts that would later be hidden away, containing visions of angels that wept and spells that healed the broken mind. Though he withdrew from the world did not forget him. People came in secret, bringing coin, power, promises, trying to sway him, to purchase his knowledge, to make him turn from the divine toward the material. But Aurelius turned them away. "Render unto Caesar what is Caesar's," he would say, "and unto Christ what is Christ's." He helped those who came not with gold, but with wounds. He healed the sick, counseled the broken, and shared what magic he had with those who sought to use it for good. He taught that sin was not merely action, but a corruption of intention. That true strength was found not in miracles, but in the refusal to be deceived by lesser desires. He died quietly, one winter night, beneath a sky empty of stars. Some say he disappeared into light. Others say the monks buried him beneath the chapel floor. But those who found his writings know this much to be true: Aurelius gave the last of his days to the betterment of magic. Not for power, not for glory, but so that one day, another soul as ambitious as his might glimpse the passion of Christ, not only in suffering, but in transcendence. And so the legend of Aurelius lives on. A boy of fire and faith, forged in the world's cruelty, who sought not comfort, but truth, and whose ambition was to find the face of God in the places even angels feared to tread.